I asked for healing.
Okay.
But I didn't want the healing. So I was asking God to heal me from this situation, but deep down inside, I wanted my lick back.
Ooh.
So I was contradicting the prayer. It wasn't until I became transparent.
So
it
you
was
putting the burden down and going back and getting it.
Yes. Or to be honest, Kay, I don't even think I was putting it down. I don't even think I was trying to trick God.
Ooh.
I was sitting here like, oh, that's so good. I was trying to trick God. I was like, God, I want healing. I want healing. I want healing. But if that phone would have went off while I was on my hands and knees praying, I would have responded.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to finesse God into giving me what I really wanted. I'm like, all right, God, I'm just not. Because Kay, it had become a pattern. I would be on my hands and knees crying. It happened in the beginning. I'll be on my hands and knees crying and he would text. So I was like, okay, cool. If I do that again this time, he'll text, which was what I wanted. I wanted the text. I didn't want the submission. I did not. Jesus, girl, you got me. I'm being transparent. I did not want the submission. I wanted the text. So I would bring my sacrifice to the altar, but it wasn't my first. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Middle Child Podcast with your girl, Royal Boles. And as always, you are seen here, you are loved here, and most definitely, you are appreciated here. As you can see, your girl is back by herself in the camera, but I am not alone. I had another friend kind of come and walk on this journey with me. You guys already seen her episode. Make sure you go back and watch it. I don't even remember what number... You remember what number it was?
I think 49, 39, one of them.
Something like that.
But somebody.
Once I tell you the name, make sure you just go type it in so you can find it. But guys, I got my girl Kay Turner here.
Hello, family.
Good. So I called Kay this morning. Kay was working. Y'all, she got a treat business. Make sure y'all go buy those. But I called Kay this morning. I was like, hey, I just need some support, girl. I just need some support. I feel broken. I'm hurt. I don't know which direction to go. I want to do a solo episode, but I know I can't do it. And my girl was like, all right, bet. Once I get done doing this, I'm there. And like I told y'all, the last episode, you just need friends to show up for you. So, Kay, I just want to say thank you.
Listen, you're so welcome. It's a blessing to know you. It's a blessing to be in your presence. And it's a blessing to always grace the Middle Child Podcast.
Girl, thank you. Now they really finna get the Middle Child Podcast because y'all, we're about to walk on this journey of, I'm going to call it my healing. I think I called the last solo episode, I called it God Destroyed Me. And I kind of gave you guys just the idea of what took place for me to get to that point. But today I want to talk on how oftentimes we try to rush healing. I am in a moment now to where it's like I don't want to rush the healing, but I am dreading the process because I've been through this particular process before. I've done the whole blocking, cutting off, we don't talk anymore. After about 6 to 8 months, somebody resurfaces. However, this time it just feels... This time I know it will be different because I don't believe anybody will surface. However, mentally, I want to get over that 8-month mark, to say the least, the 6-month mark. And so it's almost like I'm trying to rush the healing process, but it's not the healthiest. Like, Kay, have you ever dealt with wanting to rush healing?
Yeah, when it's a lot, when the pressure comes down, it's like, okay, I'm ready for this to be over.
Girl.
But if you think about it, it's a season of perseverance. It's the season where God puts you down and sits you down, and it does not feel good at all, but he's preserving you for what's ahead. Because if you take all that with you, then you're going to mess up what's up there waiting on you.
Right.
So we got to go through it. But yes, I'd be like, babe, I'm so ready for this to be over.
Man. and I'm like that on day one.
Yeah, skip to the good part. Like, I'm over this already. Get somebody else to do it.
Bro, I'm over it. I want to heal. I said in the last episode, it's the logic side. It's the granted, we're not going to understand God in all of his glory. It's impossible to do. But however, the logic side of me just wants this to be over. I just want to cry for 3 days and be good. I don't want to wait till like month 4 and I'm crying out the blue for something that happened 4 months ago. Like, that's just I don't like that. I don't mind sitting in it, but I don't want to sit in it too long. It's the absolute worst feeling. So guys, yeah, I'm going through this healing thing, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. I know what's on the other side. I know what's ahead, but I'm not gonna lie. Your girl is uncomfortable. And another thing that I have to be cautious of is how I put my mouth on it. Like, granted, I reached out to my friends in the beginning and I was just like, y'all, I'm broken right now, but I won't be saying that I'm broken 4 months from now. Like, I have to change the wording and the narrative on what it is that I say, because I don't want to become the thing. So guys, whatever you're out there dealing with, just make sure that you change your mouth on it. As bad as it hurt, as bad as it feels. But for those that's tuning in to the situation, your girl had a moment to where God answered a prayer, and he answered a 4-year prayer. And not only did my boy answer it, he definitely destroyed me in the process. Life was great. After he answered the prayer, I'm thinking everything is good. And out of nowhere, your girl was blocked on all social media accounts. And I get it. It's okay. Some people can get blocked and be okay, but I don't think people understand the trauma bond that I had with this person.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Trauma bond. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, it was a soul tie. No, I talked to my therapist. This was a trauma bond. Because for you to go 4 years without talking to somebody and you still can't get over the hump, that's crazy. Like, that. I feel like after somebody did not talk to you for like, or not seeing you, it wasn't even that we weren't talking. We were still communicating. We hadn't seen we haven't seen each other. And I think the reason why my mind didn't register it, because when I went down the journey last time, it took us 2 years to see each other when we first met. So me, I'm just like, oh, this 4 years. Like, it is what it is. However, the relationship was toxic. The relationship was disrespectful. But for some reason, I just couldn't let go of the initial picture that he painted. Because he caught me in a season to where I was unhealed.
So how long were you asking God for clarity before you accepted what he was showing you?
Oh, clarity on the situation that just took place, or the overall? The
overall thing.
I don't think I ever asked for clarity, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Because, so I don't even have my journal with me. I asked for healing.
Okay.
But I didn't want the healing. So I was asking God to heal me from this situation, but deep down inside, I wanted my lick back.
Ooh.
So I was contradicting the prayer. It wasn't until I became transparent.
So you was putting the burden down and going back and getting it.
Yes. Or to be honest, Kay, I don't even think I was putting it down. I don't even think I was trying to trick God.
Ooh.
I was sitting here like, oh, that's so good. I was trying to trick God. I was like, God, I want healing. I want healing. I want healing. But if that phone would have went off while I was on my hands and knees praying, I would have responded.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to finesse God into giving me what I really wanted. I'm like, all right, God, I'm just not. Because Kay, it had become a pattern. I would be on my hands and knees crying. It happened in the beginning. I'll be on my hands and knees crying, and he would text. So I was like, okay, cool. If I do that again this time, he'll text, which was what I wanted. I wanted the text. I didn't want the submission. I did not. Oh, Jesus, girl, you got me. I'm being transparent. I did not want the submission. I wanted the text. So I would bring my sacrifice to the altar, but it wasn't my first. That is
wow.
That's why I did not think of that.
Wow.
So
you was playing in God's face,
girl. And he got the last laugh.
And he got his leak back.
8 years later, God was like,
you gotta lay him down.
Okay. Oh, that is so good.
Y'all better quit playing with God.
Like, for real, y'all. I did not think of it that way. So it was, what was your question again?
Oh, my
You took me
goodness.
somewhere else. Oh my God. That just
The
freed me.
question was, because
Okay.
you said you didn't ask for clarity,
Yeah.
how long were you asking God for clarity, and not necessarily clarity, but asking God to heal you before you accepted what he was showing you already?
Okay. So that goes back to, I'll say 3 years. Because we hadn't seen each other in 4. So we hadn't seen each other in 4. I felt like that the first year was just kind of like, all right, cool. He just finna give me a run around. It is what it is. Let me just play this game. By year 2, 2023, I was like, oh no. This can't go down. Cause part of me just like, I want my league back. You ain't finna make me wait longer than a year to get my league back. Like, that's just, you can't do that. So at that point, that's when I realized, I was like, all right, God, I need you to free me of this. Like, I need you to let me go. It even got to a point where I was like, God, I need you to give me my revenge. Because I'm one of those type people. They say that David is a man after God's own heart. David says somewhere in the Bible that he wanted he wanted Saul's wife to be a widow and his children to be without a father. I said, if David can talk to God like this, I know I can. So I was like, God, I want his businesses to fail. I want everything. I said, now granted, I'm doing this out of anger. Mm-hmm. Do I really want that to happen for a person? Nah, maybe so, maybe not. However, I was trying to practice transparency. Because it was kind of like, I always say, God can't heal what you won't reveal. I can't be sitting here like, they say pray for your enemies. I get it. I do pray. But my prayer was pretty much like, all right, God, thank you for him. Thank you for his businesses. Thank you for, I'm sitting here just trying to come up with stuff. Thank you that he finds the woman of his dreams. I'm just saying whatever. But the next breath I took, I was like David in the next chapter, but I need everything to be destroyed until he apologized. Like, I was on that type of energy. I was just, but so when it hit 2023, I think that somewhat started the process. But again, we were still in conversation back and forth. It was never any like planning for real. Or then when we would plan, he would disappear. He would go ghost. Every time we were so caught in the same state, nothing would happen.
Ghost.
So then the thing is, now my revenge is getting stronger. Because what you can't do is play with me. You cannot play in my face and I do absolutely nothing.
That's funny that you say that, because we had a discussion earlier when you called me. And you mentioned a few things to me, and temptations was one of the things that you asked God to deliver you from. And him playing with you it's just like manipulation. You pop up, you go ghost. You pop up, you're tempting me.
Yeah.
And God answered your prayers.
Girl.
He answered your prayers.
And if I really sit down and think about it, the Bible says that he will give you a way of escape. I'm sure he gave me so many ways of escape that I did not heed.
No, that's because, like you said from the beginning, it was a trauma bond. Like, soul ties are real, but trauma bonds are something serious, because you continue to seek after a person for potential.
Girl.
It's like, I'm here because I potentially feel like you can be this for me, and I want this to work, and I want this to happen. So you keep going after it, even when God give us so many signs to show us this ain't right.
Yeah.
This is not me.
Yeah.
This is not a man after my own heart. This is not what I want for you. And you advocate all the time to be a wealthy wife. You speak that every day in existence. And God is showing you, you ain't gonna be no wealthy wife if you keep playing over there. Come on from over there.
And that's the hard part. Cause like it's not the hard part. I gotta change my wording, guys. So walk with me. I think that was the hard part, because he portrayed everything of the wealthy husband.
Ooh.
He had the house, he had the cars, he had the jets, he had the helicopters, he had the clothes, he had the net worth. Now
they do say that before God send you the one, the false one comes. So hold on, sister.
Shana. Well, I got my counterfeit out the way. I done kissed my frog. God, that's so good, because I was in a season, I was modeling then when he found me. And when he found me, like I'm a prostitute. Okay, whatever. I was modeling then when he found me. And here I am thinking my savior done came. He a pastor. He finna pull me out. Absolutely not. Pull me right in. But as I walked the journey, I recognized his demon. It's lust. I showed lust. In that season of my life, I was doing lingerie. I was doing wet t-shirts. I think we had the conversation not too long ago. I said, what was your favorite photo shoot? He was like, you with the white t-shirt in the shower. That's the picture that got you. That's the demon. That's what I will never be able to be that for you. Well, I can be that for you when I'm your wife.
That's all you see me as.
And I won't ever be that person again.
That explains the statement you gave me earlier.
What was the statement, good?
You want me to say that on air?
What is it going? I'm scared. Go for it. I'm scared. We being transparent. I'm scared.
The statement was, I'm your friend, and I was just inside you.
Girl.
That's that lust talking.
It is.
And you a pastor. Preach on, brother.
You not surprised that you're not.
Run from that church, y'all.
He said he retired now.
Please stay there.
Just whenever he comes.
You gonna lead people right to the HE double hockey stick,
girl,
brother.
and that was the conversation we had that stopped us talking when we first met. I told him, I said, if I was a woman on the street that thought, again, we do know that that's not the case, but if I thought that talking to a pastor would lead me to Christ, you just sent me to hell.
And you know, the Bible does talk about how our significant other, our partner, would lead us closer to Christ.
Yeah.
Anybody that distracts you and pull you away from Christ, because the devil knew the Bible.
Yeah.
He knew every verse for verse. So the same way these people show up as the one, and then you show up and you're actually masquerading yourself and masking yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're lustful and you're trying to hide it with, I'm the man of God. You the devil.
Girl.
The devil does it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Kay, that's so good. Oh my God. Well, you got another question for me? Because that one was
I have
good.
plenty of questions.
Jesus. Okay, let's go.
During this process, this entire time you've known this man, because from my understanding, it's been about 8 years total.
Girl, Jesus.
Did you notice yourself becoming someone you didn't recognize while trying to make it work?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't notice it earlier on because again, I was kind of I was in the modeling world, so I was already kind of like just out there. I would say it was probably around year 4. Okay, we're doing 4 and 4. All right, so yeah, I say about year 4, I was becoming somebody that I didn't recognize.
How did that affect you?
It made me question my self-worth. But not too extremely. So let's rewind. I had my first heartbreak 20 years ago.
Okay.
I don't think I ever healed from it. I was always dating the same man, a different name.
Oh.
However, this particular person, I realized I was chasing a lot. So to me, I'm just thinking, oh, this is just a step up from, this is just a part of
They upgrade. It's the same one, they upgrade.
Yeah, this is just a part of the journey. And then again, the other thing was I'm just chasing somebody who's of a more stature. It ain't like I'm chasing John down the street. I'm chasing, for lack of better words, Obama. Granted, guys, I'm not chasing Obama. But my point, that's the limelight that I saw him in. And so it changed my confidence. People saw confidence on the outside, but I wasn't confident on the inside. If I'm being transparent right now, I'm not confident right now. It'll get there. However, where I am in my mental space, I'm not as confident as I want to be. So I would say maybe around year 4. Because at that time, it's kind of like, 2 years before we actually met. Year 3, we see each other 3 different times. Year 4, I'm doing the chasing thing. However, I tell people all the time, when I got money in my account, I got money to lose. Like, I got a set account to just be stupid. And it's one of those type situations where if I know where you at, I'm popping up to address this situation.
We're going to be flued out.
Yes. but I gotta fly myself out. So I'm just like that delusional at that point. Cause now I'm just flying out to prove a point.
Wow.
And so, and I think that's what somewhat happened like this past week, but, or 2 weeks, whenever. But when I started chasing, begging, putting the desire for confirmation before anything, my attitude started to change with my friends and family. I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't want to do anything.
Sound like you was with a narcissist.
I can,
Because that's typically what happened. They
Yeah.
draw you away from everybody. It makes you reshape yourself, reform yourself. You start thinking, like you said, your confidence low. And typically they go after strong-minded women, purpose-driven women. And then it's the lust, it's the spirit. And then you end up in a whole different mindset than where you started.
yeah.
And you no longer want to be around people. You don't want to go out with people. You don't feel like yourself. Child, I'm so glad you got away from that devil.
I remember the first time I really noticed I needed to change was when we got my niece. So I say probably about 2 years ago. So let's say I'm journaling 2023. 2024 is when we got MJ, and I promised her that I wouldn't cry over a man and she see my tears. And I don't think I know for sure. We got MJ at 6 days. Day 9, MJ saw me crying over this particular person.
Oh.
And you would have thought that would have sealed it. I think that just ignited more of the revenge. So it definitely changed me. Even my therapist, she was like, girl, it's going to take God to get us through this. And he got us through. However, baby, he cut that string, and now I'm just down here like, I'm finna be like Jacob. I'm not letting go until you bless me. I don't wanna rush his healing, but baby, I'm just finna be in my prayer corner day and night for 24 hours. 24/7, God is about to be me and you.
So with all of this being on your mind and wanting to get your lick back and wanting to show him that, yeah, I'm hurt, don't play with me. At what point did you notice that loving or wanting this thing began to destroy your peace?
Girl, I always knew that.
And you was just still chasing.
Still doing it.
Lord.
It was the logic. My logic is, I said it before, my logic is going to destroy me if I don't let it go. It has to make sense. Surprisingly, this time I don't want it to make sense. And I think that's what, it's not scaring me. It's actually exciting because I feel like my healing may be a little quicker, but I honestly don't want to know why. I don't want to, like, because I think Kiki asked the last episode, she was like, girl, so what happens if he like try to circle back around? I was like, I don't think that's going to happen.
But what if he does? Because typically that's what they do. They give it time and then they come back. That's why I said earlier, if I was you, I'll block him on everything because you're going to try to come back and ain't going to be nowhere to be found.
And that's the thing. That's the reason why I don't think it's going to happen, because typically, okay, so the toxic royal he would block, and I'll be at T-Mobile the same day, changing my number. Surprise, I'm not blocked. Here go my number when you get ready and want to talk. This time, I have no urge to do that. I have no urge to recreate a new social media page. I have no urge to do any of that. So I did take your advice. I did block in return. So if a circle back happens, I want to be so healed that I can fully walk in. He will prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemy.
Okay, so we know we said that healing takes time. What if he call you tomorrow? What you gonna do? Do you want that 2-piece and a biscuit?
Let me tell you what. I'm going to say this, and it's probably going to be hard for a lot of people to believe, but I truly feel like if that man called me tomorrow, I wouldn't respond.
Okay, because you're angry. Right.
I'm over it.
That's good.
I don't have any more fight left. It's nothing I can say to you tomorrow that I haven't said in 8 years. I don't have any more tears to cry. I have tears to cry in the healing process.
Right.
But I don't have any more tears to cry begging you to be the person that I want you to be.
That's good.
Even if you show up at that front door, if that man show up at that front door, I would laugh it off. I probably would smile. But my next response is going to be like, Dad. Because now you got to deal with my daddy. Because his daughter is broken. Mm-hmm. Like his daughter is just, she can't handle that anymore. And it's weird because my dad always told me, he said, before you date anybody, make sure that you bring them to me. And I didn't. So I feel like in that moment, you would have to take it up with my daddy.
Yeah.
You'll see my face that day. But if you want anything after that, you're going to have to do a whole crash course with my daddy before you see my face again.
Yeah. So when you get to that point, you done. It's like, I'm sick of it. Like, whatever you gonna do it.
Girl.
I'm done. I'm tired of fighting.
That was the thing. Like, even the reason why everything happened. You said you gonna do something. Why you mad at me? Because I'm telling you to do it.
Right. I didn't ask for it.
I did not. You brought it up. So no, I truly, and I mean that with everything in me. If that man was to reach out tomorrow, I wouldn't, how I feel right now, I wouldn't say anything. He would have to literally come to the door and talk to my daddy and do a whole course. You just ain't gonna talk to my daddy one time and we be back connected. Absolutely not. You don't even gotta tell me bye when y'all get done talking.
Cause don't talk to me.
Don't talk. Do not talk. Don't say anything. I'm done. I prayed. My heart posture is different. I prayed. God answered a prayer. So it ain't nothing that he cannot make happen. Even to the point of, I'm not gonna lie, I want to ask God to heal me so quickly, but I also feel like I might need to go through it. Like, cause I feel like he in the season of answering prayers. So my prayer tonight may be like, God, make this suddenly. That's what I'm gonna pray. I'm praying for suddenly. I got the lesson, G, but I'm praying for suddenly. Y'all pray for suddenly. Just
listen, it's gonna happen.
Girl, so yeah, trying to rush the healing process I think that's the hard part right now for me. Cause I'm so logical. I'm gonna stop saying that. I used to be logical. We're speaking it into existence. I used to be logical and I wanted to know why, but I don't want to know why. I just want to get through this healing process so that I can carry out what it is that he wants me to do on this earth. And I think the scary part about that though is I don't want to pour my hurt onto people. So that's why I'm just kind of committed to doing these solo episodes. It's almost like I'm rushing the healing process, but at the same time, I'm not.
You can't rush it. So just to kind of dive in on what you said that, you are wanting to rush your healing process and you're a very logical person and you like to know everything. Like things have to make, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm very, very logical. Like I have to know. But once I started studying the word more, when I went through my healing process, as we talked about on the episode with going through my divorce and everything and some things that I've shared with you, you're going to not have to know everything. When God sends you your husband, he's going to lead you. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel secure. You don't have to know everything.
Yeah.
Because he's going to lead you properly to where you feel like, oh, wow. You expecting it in your head and he's going to give it to you. Like it's going to come right before your eyes. That's your husband. A man that's not of God is not going to leave you in the blind. He's not going to make promises to you and not fulfill them.
Yeah.
Because God said he'll supply all your needs.
Yes.
So if he said he'll supply all your needs and he's giving you a man that will do the same because he said my husband will love you.
Girl.
Just like Christ loved the church. So you ain't going to be misled and you ain't going to have to know everything because your husband's going to make sure you already know them.
Okay, so let me tell you. So when I asked God to answer this prayer, when I say, also in my journal somewhere, I talk about how I wanted him to be the man that he always said that he was going to be, like safety, love, this, that, and the other. When I tell you those 24 hours, that man was everything. I've never felt as safe as I did outside of my dad that day. So when I was having my crying session with God, my heart posture changed. I'm happy because it's kind of like, one, God showed me in one moment that this is everything that my husband could be. And two, I feel like that was God showing me, I'm literally going to answer your prayer to the full extent. You wanted this man to be all of this. and I'm going to make sure that he's all of this for those 12 hours. And once y'all leave, he going to go back to who he was.
You know, you hear a lot of times when people, and I don't know if you ever heard it, but I've heard a lot of times they say before somebody experience a death experience, before something dies, God takes all that pain away. He shields them away from that pain right before that moment where they insert into death. Mm-hmm. And God gave you that. He wanted you to feel happy before something died. He don't want you to take that with you, because death it's something that sustains forever.
Yeah.
But life, you're still living.
Yeah.
Life is eternal. Anything that God promised, life is eternal. It's forever. Matter of fact, in Ecclesiastes 3:11.
Okay, got a verse for me, yeah.
It says, God has put eternity in our hearts, yet we cannot fully understand everything he does from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
So he gave you the most joyful moment right before he killed it. And now you got to go on, because you still got eternity in your heart.
Jesus Christ, that's good. Because it was the most joyful moment.
It was the most joyful moment. He was like, yup, that feel good. Suck that all up, because I'm finna kill this.
Girl, that's exactly what that was. Okay, it was everything. It was
the cord as soon as you walked off.
And then here I am, and he had to, because I truly feel like, even though I left and I was very nonchalant about the situation moving forward, I truly believe if God didn't, how he said, when he was getting ready to let the children go out into escape Egypt, he had to harden Pharaoh's heart. I truly feel like this what this was. He had to harden that man's heart, because I would have got back in the loop of things.
Yeah.
I would have got back in the loop of it. So he had to harden that boy, that child, that man of God's heart, that child of God's heart, so that this very moment could happen. And as hurtful as that is, you literally just put that into perspective. Because, girl, that was the most joy. Again, I've never felt that safe. I've wanted validation, and granted, he used to give validation from time to time. But when I say that man was my paparazzi that day. All them pictures y'all saw, that was him taking, and I ain't even post the majority of it. That was him, because Jalise was like, "Girl, you was just smiling." I said, to be honest with you, I wasn't smiling about that. I was smiling because God had answered a prayer. He answered my prayer at one more chance at closure, and I don't believe he gave me closure. I think he delivered me. But I would have went backwards, and so he had to.
He have a way of doing things. He's strategic. You want to be logical, and God is strategic. That's why he said be specific. It goes back to, I was explaining to a friend when he says write the vision and make it plain.
Yeah. God
told us to write it and make it plain. He didn't say write it and tell me how you want to do it, because you could say, God, I want a house in 6 years. And you just, all you got to do is say, God, I want a house and I want it here, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The details. But God going to give it to you when he get ready. You can say 6 years and he'll do it in 2.
Yeah.
So he just said, write the vision and make it plain. It's the same with our lives.
Girl.
It's the same way we put our goals down. And you say every day that I'm somebody's wealthy wife. And he said, you can't be wealthy and your mind is unhealthy.
Good.
You can't be wealthy and your heart is jacked up because you chasing potential. He ain't nothing wealthy about that, because you gonna mess up everything that he give you with the wealth that's put in your hands, because everything else around you is crumbling down.
That is so good. That is so good. I ain't even got nothing to say to that.
He took that sound off and smacked you on the back of your neck.
Girl, I got a whole whooping. He held me and was just like, got you. Girl, oh my goodness, that's so good. I think what's sticking to me right now is you done said that man gave you something joyful before he killed it. Mm-hmm. My goodness. Jeez, because that's what that man did.
You know how you have a family member, you have so much good time with them, you be like, and then they pass away, you be like, oh my gosh, we was just out somewhere, we was just enjoying ourselves. I can't believe it. And that's how it is, because God don't want you to know, because if God was to tell you that was going to happen, like you said, he had to harden his heart. Because if he came to you and was like, oh, Royal, I'm finna make y'all break up tomorrow, I'm gonna have him to block you and everything, you would have been debating with God. Like you said, you was trying to play in God's face, like, hey, I want healing, but you really didn't want it.
Yeah.
So if you would have told God that, and he would have came in and be like, well, I'm gonna make him block you tomorrow. You would have been up there like, Lord, please don't let him block. You would have been praying all on your knees with your praise and worship music, all crying out, God, please don't let him block me. Just at least give him 6 months to a year. You would have been telling God what to do, and he's like, girl, I'm the master.
Girl, because it just happened out of nowhere. I ain't even do nothing this time.
He wasn't preparing you, but the preparation has pushed you into your perseverance for your purpose.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
Because if this moment didn't happen, guys, you would not have this podcast episode. If me being gracefully broken, that's what we're going to call it. If me being gracefully broken, you guys would not be getting these solo episodes. I've been saying that I want solo episodes, and I didn't know which angle to come from. And I don't even want these episodes to feel like that I'm just, talking about this particular person. I'm just taking you guys on the journey of what happened and what has catapulted me into what Kay just said. Like, purpose is helping people become their better selves, knowing what happens in the middle. And I'm in the middle of, what words do I want to use? I'm in the middle of release and purpose. I was forced to release. And although I'm walking in purpose, okay, I'm in the middle of, I'm in the cocoon. That's where I am. I'm in my cocoon. I was a caterpillar. Now I'm in my cocoon, and before I can become a butterfly, I have to go through this season of darkness.
Yeah. That's your perseverance stage. God is preserving you. He's sitting you down. He's preserving you. You made your plan, and now he's preserving you for the plan that you wrote out, but he's going to give you his will and his purpose for your life in your perseverance stage while you're in the cocoon. So once you're released and he allow you to break free, you can fly freely without the weight. Because a butterfly can't fly inside a cocoon shell.
Girl.
If you don't go through the entire process, that's healing. Let's talk about it. You want to heal. We talk about rest and healing.
Yeah.
Think about a butterfly in a cocoon.
Okay.
It goes through that phase of building that cocoon, and it sits in there for a time period. If you weren't going to finish that process of settling in your cocoon, and you tried to break free, can you fly inside that cocoon?
No.
Where you going? You going straight down. Whatever you hanging on, down to the ground. And you got to think about it. A butterfly is an insect. So there's so many other animals in the food chain that's ready to eat you.
Yeah.
So you're going to go out there and you're his sheep and he want to protect you. He's being your shepherd. But if you don't give yourself time to preserve, you'll be feeding yourself to the wolves.
That's good. Oh, that's good. And that's probably what I had been doing all this time.
The whole time.
And he was still trying to protect me.
Sit down. He done built one layer down and you ready to go.
Girl, it's the thing about, I was listening to this sermon last week by Tim Ross. And he was pretty much talking about the prodigal son. And one thing that stood out to me, he said, even God has to set boundaries. As you noticed in the story of the prodigal son, the father never left to go find him because his safety was always at home. So a lot of people be like, oh, he'll leave the 99 for the one.
For the one?
Baby, you technically not the one. You left. It's different when you just get lost. Like you just out there just don't know what's going on. But you left.
Just diddly daddly.
You're right. You know you can come back. You know what a house is. And when he said that, that really hit me because it's just kind of like, it's so funny because on my hands and knees praying, I'm like, God, you'll leave the 99 for the one. And when I heard that, I was like, girl, you not even lost. You know where home is.
And he put that hook out there, that shepherd hook, and hook you by your jaw and snatched you
Girl.
back in real quick.
Jeez. Hey, man. God, I thank you because you got me. I'm not going to say I don't like it because I'm thankful. My heart posture has changed. I'm grateful for it. But it's this healing. It's the healing part that I don't even want to call it dreading. It's just the healing part I don't even want to touch, man. But
so for anyone that's listening who knows something is destroying them but still loves it, what advice would you give them?
Tell God that you love that thing more than you love him. In one of my episodes, somebody told me, she said, you got to tell God that you love that man more than you love him. And that was one of the worst things I had to grasp. Because telling someone who gave their son for you, who would do anything for you, who has brought you out time and time again, that you love one of his creations more than you love him, was detrimental, and it was my turning point.
And that's good because you're now confessing. God said repent. So now you're confessing and you're repenting and telling God that, hey, I'm idolizing something.
Girl.
Because that becomes idolatry.
Ain't that a commandment?
That's a sin.
Girl.
So now I'm idolizing, and we don't understand that we actually idolize a lot of things before God. You know,
Absolutely.
We spend more time with ourselves, the TV, Facebook, Instagram. We're idolizing a lot of things before God, but that is really, really good because once you can confess to God and be real, God, and that's something I had to do in my own prayers because I was playing with God in my prayers too. Like I'll just be like, oh, you know, speaking positive. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you for that. But at some point I had to like, look, God, I ain't feeling my best today.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. Like I'm not this. I had to be real with God because God gets tired of playing with us.
Girl.
He's
He
like,
really
girl,
be tired.
like, come on, be for real.
Get out my face.
Get to the point.
Girl, he
We be
do.
playing. But he really be knowing, like they say, God knows your heart. He really knows. And he gonna sit and listen. He's gonna be like that friend that's non-judgmental. He's gonna sit and listen. But he's like, okay, well, what you really gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Because this is not what you really need to tell me. I'm waiting on you.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be here to support you, listen, and comfort you because I told you I'll be your comforter. But when you gonna be real with yourself?
Girl. And that's the thing. That's why it's facing the man in the mirror. And it's so funny because I preach about that on the podcast all the time, which is, it goes back to what you were saying. Like, it's just, in order for me to reach fully purpose, because not necessarily lying, but only being so transparent was only going to get me so far with the podcast. It was only going to get me so far. But we had 50 some, maybe, 50 some. It was only going, I wasn't going to make 100 not being transparent.
It's like baking a cake. You be like, you doing your measurements. It said 3/4 of butter. I think this 1/4 gonna work.
Yeah.
Child, that cake nasty when it get out. You cannot play with God. You got to put a full recipe in. He's like, be transparent with me. That's one thing he honors when you come to him and be transparent.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you were able to go through this situation and God was able to show you his face. He was able to show you him, you know, through it all. And even for you to be heartbroken, to still be found in a place where you can say, hey, God, I'm changing my posture.
Yeah.
You know, because some people are selfish in these moments where they need to be healed because they are basically deflect from the healing.
Girl.
Instead of accepting it. And when you get to that point where you fully accept it. And what I also had to learn in my 30s, I don't like the way healing feels.
Yeah.
Some of it feels really good when you get to pour back into yourself, but those moments that you have to sit in, they be the ugliest.
Girl.
Like, you be wanting to call people and talk to people and just like, get this off of me.
Yeah.
You know? But it's like, God, like, no, you gonna sit in that.
Girl.
And you actually need to sit in that. So when it comes up again, just like you said, you was meeting different men, and every single time, that's because you were going through the same cycle. Life is basically a revolving door. If you don't pass the test the first time, you're gonna go through it again.
Yeah.
So you was meeting the same man in a different body, and every man had an upgrade. You had the PG-13, and then the next year you had the PGX-14, and the year after that you had the PGX-16 Pro
Getting worse
Max.
and worse. I'm thinking I'm elevating. I'm getting worse and
No,
worse.
it's the same man, a different body, same demon, and he's like, "Hello, Roy."
Girl.
Glad to see you again.
Jesus.
With the same name, probably. The demon probably got the same name in a different body.
Probably.
With a different fleshly name.
Now I think about it, I think they all had like foreign names too, but they was still, whatever. Jesus Christ.
Girl, listen.
That's sit in it. I'm gonna have to sit in it. That's gonna be so uncomfortable, but I'm gonna have to sit in it, man. But the sit in it this time is going to be different. It's not gonna be me laying in bed. I'm going to purposely push myself to the floor. Because me, I just want to sleep it off. But I'm going to purposely push myself to the floor. Even if I just sit on the floor and I imagine God sitting next to me. Like, that's going to be my vision. Like, I'm going to imagine God sitting next to him. I'm going to imagine him embracing me and me just, like you said, being transparent and pouring my heart out. Like, I preached that at the beginning of the podcast and stuff like that, but I've literally noticed the past 6 months that I've been practicing that. Like, even to the point of journaling. I'm just kind of like, when I got to the point where I was just like, all right, God, I want you to heal me from this. Really don't know if that's what I want. However, that's what I feel today. I don't know what I'm going to feel tomorrow. But today I feel like I want healing. Tomorrow I may want to have a conversation. I may FaceTime. I may reach out. But transparency is definitely going to be needed, and sitting in his presence.
Sit, soak, and serve.
The serve part I got to see. Well, not I got to see. I got to figure out in what aspect he wants me to serve. Maybe this is it.
I mean, but honestly, you are touching lives and hearts with your podcast. You are, this is a form of serving. You are spreading his word. You're sharing aspects and perspectives with people, because a lot of people need this.
Yeah.
Some people don't know. Some people don't get this. They don't have friends or people that they can go to and talk to and be like, hey, I need you to come be real with me.
Yeah.
We all need a transparent friend. We don't need nobody who gonna play in our face.
Yeah.
Like, girl, no, be real with me. I ain't say judge me, but be real with me.
Yeah.
Because we're all talking about this, but at the end of the day, my question is now, what you gonna do about it?
Girl, go sit and cry first.
I mean, that's okay. Give yourself some time to cry. Get it out. Scream, shout, holler. And then
my cry is
work
different.
to do.
My cry is different because I'm appreciative. I'm super appreciative that I've gotten to the point, because I used to be one of those type of people that handle things by myself. So the fact that I was able to call my friends to come and do my solo episodes with me, I think my tears, some of them may be because of the situation, but I know my tears now would just be of gratitude.
You know what? I am proud of you, because typically when you going through something, you say something like, I'm having a hard day, I'm having a long day, and don't want to talk for the rest of the day. So yes, hand clap for you.
God, do not be wanting to talk. I'll be like, man, I ain't having a good day. I'll talk to you later.
I already know how I go. I was just like, well, girl, if you need anything, please let me know. I love you. Bye.
Girl, because I be having to articulate it. But now I'm in a season of, I don't want to, if I'm going to articulate it, I want to articulate it on my platform, because I want people to know that they're not alone. Like, transformation happens in the middle, and I can't say that this is the Middle Child podcast and it's for people who don't know what happens in the middle when I'm not showing them my own life. I got to show y'all what's happening in the middle, and this is me in the middle. Like, it's not hurtful. It's disappointing. Yeah, I wouldn't say, guys, I keep dapping my eye. The tissue is like way over there, but I don't feel like moving and getting it. But it's disappointing. I can't say it hurts. I'm super disappointed. You can't just run into everything. Trying to give me some tissue, good. Okay. Thank you. It's disappointing. That's how y'all know I'm crying for real, because I got like this little tissue thing right here. But yeah, it's disappointing. It's uncomfortable. I'm in the middle. In the middle, you really just don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, you're in that cocoon, so it's dark. There's light outside. Again, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but what's happening while I'm in here? But me just knowing who is the author of my life right now and where my life can potentially go from here, and just knowing once I get over this stump that I'll be able to, minister to you guys more. I'm currently in the middle, and it's uncomfortable. It's disappointing. And for the first time, I don't want to know why. I don't want to know the answers. I just want to get through the healing process so that I can come out on the other side as a champion. So yeah, I got a heart of gratitude right now. So hopefully you guys Jesus, that was so grammatically incorrect, I feel like. But hopefully you guys are following this journey. That one sounded even worse. Hopefully y'all following this journey. There you go. That's because I'm sitting here trying to talk proper. Hopefully you guys are following this journey and just healing with me. Y'all gonna get a lot of tears. Y'all know I'm bad at showing tears and stuff, but y'all gonna get a lot of tears because I just want you guys to see the raw and uncut. This isn't me bashing anybody. This is just what I'm dealing with right now and how I'm maneuvering through it. So yeah, once these lights and cameras go off, your girl probably gonna cry. But it's gonna be, I can honestly say, tears of gratitude. The part that I dislike the most though is it says his mercies are new every morning. When I go through seasons like this, when I go through situations like this, I feel like the next morning I don't feel renewed. I feel like, you know how you try to sleep your problems off and when you wake up all your problems are still there? I feel like I'm dreading that part of this journey. Waking up tomorrow morning and maybe I'm not okay. Like now I have to start the healing all over again. Not necessarily start the healing all over again, but I have to feel these emotions all over again. And I don't more than anything, I'm dreading that. I'm not dreading the random midday feelings, random calls. I'm dreading what I'm going to feel like when I wake up in the morning because that is probably the most disappointing time because I feel like I'm waking up. I should be giving God like my heart and I don't even want to talk to him right now if I'm being transparent because I'm dealing with these feelings. So yeah, in this journey, I'm dreading that the most, but I'm so thankful that I have like friends and people that I can kind of talk to about it. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all know I love my daddy, but I don't know when I'm gonna talk to him about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. He probably know already though, because my daddy is just good at discerning. So I wouldn't be surprised if he called a meeting tomorrow, just wanted to talk. But yeah, here I am in the middle. Okay, you got
know
anything
what?
else?
I love it though. I really love this, and I'm excited for this journey, not just for you, but for your viewers. Simply because entrepreneurship, this is your platform, and a lot of people don't get to see the middle. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of negative middlemans and middle things on social media, but this is one that's very positive and impactful because this journey alone for you can save somebody else's life. You know, this can actually train somebody else in a way. You know, we have other young ladies and women that may stumble across your podcast and be like, you know, I needed that today. So you're going to pass this word on. You're going to save somebody else's life. You're going to help somebody else go through that healing and help somebody else not spend time chasing potential for years and also chasing the false narrative of God, I want you to save me. But at the same time, you're saying, don't do it right now. I'm not ready just yet.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to do it, but give me a chance. I'm going to tell you when I want you to save me. And that's just not how God works. He's going to save you when he gets ready on his time. You already told him the plan was you wanted to be saved. And God did everything you asked.
Literally
so
everything.
the beauty of this is you had his grace and his mercy through these entire years where you spent time running after something that wasn't for you.
Yeah.
You know, and the blessing of it now is that you have a heart of gratitude. And I've been in that season where you have a heart of gratitude and you so grateful, but at the same time, I call it a bittersweet season. Because it's like you're happy, but at the same time, you still feel like that sour niche.
Yeah.
It's like, feel that hole right there, because I don't know what that is. Like you said, you really don't want to talk to God right now, but you're grateful. So in those moments, those are the moments where I just put my music on because I'm like, God, I don't have the words right now.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest with God. God, I don't have the words right now. I don't know what to say. And I put my gospel music on and just lie there. Even if, like you said, you're going to cry, lay there and cry. Tears are prayers. God takes those tears. He hears those prayers that come from your tears. So it's not necessarily that you're not saying anything. And sometimes we need those seasons because you've been going to God for seasons and telling him what you want. And now he's like, good. I don't need you to say anything. I need you to listen now.
That's good.
Sometimes we talk too much. And God wants us to shut up
Literally.
and listen.
Yeah.
So some days we always want to ride home with music. Take those moments and ride home with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen. Let God talk. Let him do all the talking. So now is a moment and a time for him to help, like I said, preserve you, help you build your cocoon to full capacity. So when he do release you and relaunch you to what is for you, you can fly, Lord Jesus. I just ate some chicken, y'all.
You can fry.
You can fly freely.
Yeah.
Without a burden. Because butterfly wings are so light, you know. Anything get on that's too heavy, they're vibrant, they're colorful, they're light, and they fly and flow freely. Anything get on those wings or they get damaged, baby, that's it for them. They don't even get another life. They dead. They gone because somebody finna eat them.
Yeah.
Between the ants and the birds.
Yeah.
So God wants you to fly freely. So he's giving you this moment, like, you know, you're gracefully broken, like you said. He's not breaking your heart, but he's taking all you have in your hands and he's multiplying it.
That's good. That is good.
He's multiplying it. We can't see it right now, but he said eternity is always in your heart. So he had to kill what he had to kill so he can give you what he gonna give you. And that right there is not gonna mislead you and make you feel lost and left out.
Whew. Well, Kaden gave y'all the benediction, baby, because I'm over here taking it all in, because Lord Jesus, this is good. You made me open up in the beginning. You got me in the beginning. That first question, I was like, Jesus Christ, Lord, I ain't really want it.
Jesus Christ.
I did not really want it. Here I am thinking I wanted healing, and I did it.
You asked me to come over here. You know I'm coming with the
girl. You did. We're gonna have to run this back. K may just be my off air support, because dang, out the gate, I'm sitting here like, oh, okay, cool. Jesus Christ. Well, guys, again, here we are in the middle. Girl then did a solo episode. Oh, I didn't bring it up on my last episode, but guess what, y'all? We have merch. God's Middle Child. And on the inside, it says, God sees me. I would take it off and show y'all, but my hair is a little messed up. However, but we do have merch now. So yeah, make sure you guys cop a hat. Go to Under Construction, UNDERCONSTRUXTION.com. And we have 3 different colors. We have our blackout edition. That's black on black. This one is the Redemption Edition. It's the white, because, you know, white means pure or whatever. So this is the Redemption Edition. And I didn't want the redemption on this episode. Anyway.
Okay, God is redeeming you.
Girl, hallelujah.
He's redeeming you.
And then we have the Signature Edition. So if you've seen the Instagram page, that's our orange, indigo, and turquoise. But hey, this was an amazing episode. Okay, all I can do is say thank you.
Hey, you are absolutely welcome, girl. Anytime you need me, I am here. Okay.
Look, tell Kay to say that lightning now, because we're gonna be doing another one.
All right. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I can do it now.
Hey, making bank. 6 figures.
Okay, make it 8.
Okay. Look. Let me catch up with where she at. But guys, as always, you are seen here, you are loved here, and most definitely you are appreciated here on the Middle Child Podcast. Thank you for walking this journey with me. I don't think you guys understand that you mean more to me than you possibly think you are. You're not just a view, you're not just a like, you're not just a subscription. You are my accountability. You hold me up. And if it wasn't for you guys, then I wouldn't be walking in purpose. So until next time, have an amazing day.